Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Welcome to my channel. I'm Claire. This is going to be a reading for you for the first half of July 2020. We're going to take a quick look into your recent past, your current energies, and then what is in your immediate future. These are general readings, so they may not resonate with all of you. If they do, please let me know what's going on in the comment section. Please introduce yourself to me. And don't be a stranger. Just really wanting to make this a community space for us so that I can do what you guys are going to benefit from, more or less. Sorry this video is a little bit late going up as well. Feeling a little bit heavy from that eclipse yesterday, which actually was kind of wonderful, you know, all said and done. It felt... Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to still make space to do this reading for you, so let's just go ahead and get into it. All right. What's going on for Capricorn for the first half of July 2020? Okay. 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 That's cool. So, I see a lot of isolation happening right now. I see a lot of reconciliation happening in the future. I see a very big change in the tides for you as well, and a relationship to your inner voice that will be changing very quickly as well. Bottom of the deck is the High Priestess, Death, and the Queen of Swords, and Justice, and Strength, and Six of Swords. Yeah, wow, that is a lot of major arcana. On the bottom of the deck with the High Priestess, we'll just keep it simple, shall we? I feel as though a lot of returning to the womb, a lot of returning to like the darkness and the fears that kind of underlie what our conscious minds know in our day-to-day lives, and then really being able to sit without judgment with the fears that do come up so that we can return to our power in knowing that the dark can't hurt us, that it is a part of us, and that it is a strength in its own way. So that's going to be the general theme of this reading, which is like a nice light theme for you, you know? Nothing like an existential crisis to get you through the summer, am I right? Okay, so in your recent past, we have the Six of Cups, we have the King of Swords reversed, and we have the Page of Wands. So there's a very youthful young person here. I feel like you may have been dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. I'm getting Libra as well, very strong Libra, or a Gemini. It looks to me like someone inspired you in some way, and it feels as though it took you a moment to kind of get there on the same page with them. There was like a part of your nature maybe was finding it was conflicting with what you would usually have as your approach to an issue or a project. Like you would usually take a very like meticulous, methodical, like everything is well thought out, and you know you're able to control the outcome, and you're able to predict, you know, how things will look in 6 months, 12 months, 6 years, 12 years, like that, kind of in a very like gradual, like rhythmic approach. But something that this person was introducing to you was very, very, very different to that, but it inspired you nonetheless. So what happened is in your current energy, we have the Moon, we have the Three of Cups reversed, and we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So I see you sort of working through that mental block of like needing to know what is going to bring security for you. I feel like you are learning to sit with the fears that that come with that come with the learning to maybe trust in a new way for you, Capricorn, like a more, I want to say impassioned, or a more like something very young, something that hasn't like proven itself to you yet. I feel like you're just working through those fears of like, you know, doing something maybe because you love it, not because it's like got a lot of longevity. On paper, like I feel like it does. It in the future I do see like it does. But you're just kind of like working through that process right now. We also have with the Three of Cups reverse in the Wheel of Fortune reverse. I feel like a big part of that is going to be trying to work around the changes in the season in some way, or just trying to like avoid the changes in the season. I remember in the readings we were doing for you a little bit earlier this year, there was a lot of talk about delegation and learning how to trust people in your communities. And I feel like that's also what you're going to be grappling with, because it kind of looks like you might be overdue for some enjoyment. Kind of looks like it might be time to withdraw and like incubate and like find some fun and pleasure and enjoyment, and you know, getting back into like in the Six of Cups energy that was in your recent past. I feel like you got there, and then there was something about it that was very like I said before, unstable, unfamiliar, just like outside of your wheelhouse sort of. And so yeah, just kind of let it go by the wayside instead of you know, and in this moment you're just like working through why that might be. This can also be that you are maturing and your friend group is also maturing and growing out of some old habits. I see there's a lot of people maybe in your inner circle who are like starting to party less, or starting to drink less, or they're starting to go out a little bit less and like starting to be at home a little bit more. And there's a little bit of an isolation that comes with that picture, and it feels very it's making you really crave home in a new way, and it's kind of activating some fears for you. Cancer season is also your 7th house, so partnerships of all kinds, so like business partnerships, romantic partnerships, open enemies is all going to be under the rulership of your 7th house season. So this can definitely apply to those kinds of relationships where you're just like craving some more stability with people and craving people who are on the same level as you. In your immediate future, we have Judgment reverse, we have the Queen of Cups reverse, and we have the Lovers. So there is, at the beginning of this video, I said a reconciliation with your inner voice, a reconciliation with your inner truth, and like the High Priestess energy that, you know, knows secrets and knows when to voice an opinion and knows when to maintain silence or keep it to themselves, or just like wait and watch and see what's going to happen. There seems to me that like your judgment on something maybe with this picture in the past where it was like very challenging for you to approach it because it was outside of your wheelhouse, I feel like you're going to be like understanding why your immediate judgment was the way that it was. And I feel like there's kind of a, how do I say, I feel as though she, as in the Queen of Cups, has a lot of love for something, a lot of love for someone. But, you know, there was like a hasty judgment call made about it. And so the reconciliation has to happen there. I mean, we have the Lovers here, so this feels very soul path-y, very connected to true nature, primordial nature, original nature, who we are like in the womb again. I feel like you're going to be working a lot with the shadow and a lot with like who you were before your culture conditioned you to be like a certain type of person. It's really nice. It's just like making some decisions about who has to answer for what in your personal environment. This is kind of feeling like, cool. Let's clarify a little bit. Let's go to your recent past. I want to talk about this Page of Wands. What was the Page of Wands bringing for you, Capricorn? Okay, we've got the Two of Cups. We have the Four of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So this is someone, again, this feels like a younger figure. I feel like this person like gave you a proposal, was very much like interested in committing to you romantically, very much wanted to celebrate life with you, very much wanted to develop a legacy alongside you. It does feel romantic. It does feel committed. It does feel like something that you didn't trust, just because this is one of the cards that I think of as being ruled by Saturn, and in the reverse, it's like there's something about those foundations that, you know, they wanted to build with you, they wanted to commit with you, but you felt that they were unstable in some way, so you just, you maybe wanted to understand why that was. Let's hop into your current energy. What is doing the thing with this Wheel of Fortune was such a good sentence that just was. We have the Five of Swords reversed, we have the Six of Cups reversed, which was on the bottom of the deck before, and we have the Ace of Swords. Okay. I feel like it's very difficult for you right now in this moment to accept the generosity of others, like point blank. I don't know how to say that any other way. Like, I feel like it's very, very challenging for you right now to say yes to people. What is this Five of Swords saying? It seems also like it is the time to begin again. We have like a new beginning, and we have, you know, we have a card that is really kind of wanting to win at all costs. And then we have a card who doesn't want to take help from others. But what I think is also happening here is it's like there's a conflict that you're ready to let go of, and a new beginning. And if you're not ready to, then something that you will be getting into the place where you realize that you have to let go of it, where you have to let go of the past maybe, or you have to learn how to forgive maybe, or you have to learn how to think in a new way, like these kind of themes where it's like change is inevitable, and how am I going to choose to work with it? Yeah, that's kind of that. Let's talk about this Three of Cups a little bit more. I feel like there's a piece of that puzzle that is missing there. We have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Page of Wands reversed again. Okay, so that's twice for that one. So definitely feeling like a younger Pisces, Cat and Cancer. What am I talking about? Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries. We have the King of Cups reversed. So I see some stubbornness here. I feel that there is someone who is very committed to doing things their way, someone who really is like wanting to see their project, their specific project, bloom, and is kind of willing to do whatever it takes to make it happen. They present a face where they're very like sociable and very emotionally wise, but like they are using that to gain people's trust so that they can maybe deceive them or take advantage of them. Three of Cups reverse can be one of those groups of people that gas you up just enough to get you where they want to go. They don't actually see your true potential, and they don't really like. Do you understand what I'm kind of saying? It's kind of like you're just like a piece of their chessboard that they're using, and it's like I don't know about that. Wow, I'm really glad I clarified that. So let's go to this Judgment reverse in your immediate future. We have the Four of Pentacles, we have the Fool, and we have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, you're totally just detaching from popularity contests with these people, and you're totally learning to like get in your power again and like protect your energy. That initial moment of like judgment in the beginning when you were like, I don't know if I can trust this thing. I think you're getting back into this place where you're seeing yourself through their eyes and you're being able to see what's going on in their heads. and standing in a more honest place with yourself, saying like, I don't want to move forward with this person because they might be quite manipulative. They might be quite interested in taking advantage of me, is what this feels like. Yeah. And it's interesting because you're like, these are like energies that don't always go well together in my head, because it's like one of them is jumping and then one of them is like really trying to like maintain control and like doesn't want to make a trust leap. But with the Queen of Wands reversed, this feels a little bit like you're getting out of your own way. So you're actually managing to do both. You're being like, okay, like I don't have to be the loudest person in the room in order to have control. I don't have to be an idiot maybe, or I don't have to be foolhardy in order to be excited about something. Like I can have quiet authority over something. And again, reserve judgment for myself, because it seems to me that it's more important to you right now, the story that you're telling yourself rather than what you're exposing to other people. Like I feel like you're in a very private kind of place right now where you're not too eager to let a lot of people in. And now I get why. Now that we've clarified, now I'm like, okay, I see. It's like there are some people that, you need a little bit more time to just like understand, are they trustworthy? Are they gonna follow through? Are they gonna get me closer to spiritual growth? And Capricorn is an interesting energy to me because it is all about taking like spiritual truths and implicating, creating foundations and material structures that can reflect them. This is very interesting energy. I've always kind of been fascinated by Capricorns. You guys are just a bit... This is fascinating to me. What is this Queen of Cups doing in your immediate future? We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. We have the Queen of Cups reversed again. Okay, and we have the Eight of Cups reversed. So again, there's a part of you that knows to stay and learn everything that you can in this situation, but there is also a part of you that knows to like take a step back and detach enough so that you can see people for who they really are without letting them too close. I am also seeing there may have been like a boundaries issue in the past where you were being very like generous with your energy maybe, or yeah, maybe just feeling your emotions a lot and you just kind of want to nurture yourself. You just kind of need to take a step back and like allow people to carry on without you, because you'll catch up later, Yeah, cool. Okay, let's clarify this Lovers in your immediate future. We have the Empress reversed, we have the King of Wands reversed, and we have the Nine of Cups reversed. What is with all these reversals for you? Then we have Judgment reversed again on the bottom of the deck. All week this has been happening, by the way. Every time I go to clarify a card, it's like, here's the same card. And it's like, these are very, very deliberate messages that I think the cards have for us right now. So with the Lovers, I see a lot of power struggles. And I see a lot of people who kind of want their way or the highway, and are quite emotionally depraved beneath the surface. I feel like these are people who, and I don't feel like this is you, I feel like these are people in your environment, and this is part of what helps you to get back into honesty with yourself, is because you're like, it's almost like you see them for their true colors and you're like, it's not really that nice. I don't know. It just doesn't really ring true. It doesn't really actually have a lot of depth or emotional satisfaction. And you're showing me one face, but like your energy is saying something else, and your energy is speaking more profoundly, more honestly to me. So that is what I'm going to choose to listen to. Yeah, cool. That's what I have for you. Let's wrap this up with some cards from the universe and send you on your way. Yeah, a lot of like emotional investigation. It's kind of what's going on here. And just for yourself too, because I feel like you are aware that whatever you commit to, like, you're going to follow through with, and you will create something with, and you will give it your all. So I do applaud you for kind of taking a second look and being really honest with yourself about how much emotional fulfillment it brings you in the long run. Yeah, and just like also being very patient in that process, because you're not ready to walk away from it yet, but you are definitely ready to get clear about what is actually going on. So that's cool. What else do we have for Capricorn for the first half of July? Okay, we have the Six of Swords, we have the Page of Swords reversed, we have the Page of Cups reversed. Yeah. I feel like I'm just gonna like validate your desire right now to go into isolation a little bit. And I know that we've all just come out of like a couple of months of isolation. You're gonna be like, this is stupid. But I think that's kind of what you're craving. I think underneath it all, I think there is some sort of like shroud that you need to get behind to really nourish yourself and get back into a place where you're resting, and not feeling too stubborn about anything one way or the other, just kind of like getting back into like a nice gelled out place where things can start to congeal is a really gross word, but that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, kind of start to bridge some gaps in your subconscious that you wouldn't be able to with a lot of very focused conscious thought. You need to get back into your unconscious. You need to get rested and still and detached enough so that that process can kind of just happen and take care of itself. It's great. I like it. All right. I hope that this resonates for you, Capricorn. Again, please take your time to introduce yourself in the comment section if you feel like this reading resonated with you, if you like my style. This is like a very, very like low energy for me today. I'm usually a lot more manic and upwards, but yeah, I'm going to take a second to like shamelessly self-promote. I'm changing my channel around a little bit and restructuring. I am a medically trained herbalist, so I'm in the process of deciding on what herbal medicine education pieces I would like to be doing on this platform. So hit subscribe if you want to be seeing more of that, and I will see you in your next reading. Bye.